National Scheme Sanctioning Committee. National Scheme Sanctioning Committee (NSSC) will be constituted under SBMG for specific periods to approve or revise the perspective plan called the Project Implementation Plan (PIP) for the states or districts and the Annual Implementation Plan (AIP) as and when received the state or union territory governments duly approved by the State Level Scheme Sanctioning Committee (SLSCC) and finalized by the Appraisal Committee. The constitution of the NSSC shall be as follows: Secretary, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Chairperson. Additional Secretary and Financial Advisor, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. Secretary in charge of Rural Sanitation of the state, whose proposal is to be considered. Joint Secretary in charge of Sanitation, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Member Secretary. 2 experts on rural sanitation as nominated by the Chairperson. Implementing agencies. Implementation of SBMG requires large-scale social mobilization and monitoring. A 5-tier implementation mechanism should be set up at the national, state, district, block, village level as given below. National Swachh Bharat Mission G (NSBMG). The Swachh Bharat Mission will be set up at the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. Secretary DWS will be the mission director, to be assisted by additional secretaries, joint secretaries, directors, deputy secretaries and technical advisors as is decided by the Government of India from time to time. The mission will have a monitoring and evaluation cell which shall be responsible for carrying out relevant and suitable annual or biannual monitoring exercise of the implementation of the SBMG in states in consultation with other agencies like NSSO, Registrar General of India. The cell shall be responsible for coordination with states and districts on monitoring. The cell shall also monitor the reports and publications brought out by various agencies and organizations regarding the changing sanitation situation in the country. The cell will also have the responsibility of monitoring the activities of all other ministries of Government of India and individual states or UTs with respect to the Swachh Bharat mission. The cell will work towards developing the SBMG MIS of the ministry in coordination with the NIC. The mission will have a communication shell that shall prepare and implement the annual and long-term communication plan for the Swachh Bharat Mission G. The cell will coordinate with the ministries of I&B, DAVP, DD, AIR, NFDC and other communication agencies on the plan. The cell will also monitor the communication plan and activities of states to ensure commonality of focus and purpose. The National Resource Center (NRC), a group of experts in various aspects of sanitation and water supply situated within the MDWS, shall be a technical assistance unit to the Swachh Bharat Mission G. State Swachh Bharat Mission G, SSBMG, State Water and Sanitation Mission, SWSM. As a step towards achieving coordination and convergence among state departments dealing with rural sanitation, rural drinking water supply, school education, health, women and child development, water resources, agriculture, publicity, etc., a state Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin (SSBMG) should be set up at the state or union territory level. It shall be a registered society under the aegis of the department, board, corporation, authority, agency implementing rural water supply and sanitation program in the state. While states shall decide on an appropriate structure, there should be an apex committee at the state level to aid and advise the state mission. The committee should be headed by the chief secretary with secretaries in charge of PHED, rural development RD, Panchayat Raj PR, finance, health, information and public relations, I and PR as members. Principal Secretary and Secretary of the Department in charge of sanitation in the state shall be Nodal Secretary responsible for all the SSBMG activities and for convening the meetings of the mission. Experts in the field of sanitation, hydrology, IEC, HRD, MIS, media and NGOs etc. may be co-opted as members. The State Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin (SSBMG) may be located within the implementing department of the state government, with the minister in charge of the department as the chairperson of the governing body. The principal secretary or secretary in charge of the implementing department will be the vice chairman and the mission director, the member secretary. The SSBMG directorate, headed by a senior state level official, shall supervise implementation of the SBMG in the project districts at the state, facilitate convergence mechanisms between line departments, ensure preparation of the annual implementation plan for each district as per requirement, consolidate the same into the annual implementation plan of the state, share and discuss the same with the MDWS or NSBMG, receive grant in aid from center and disperse to the DWSMs, Zilla Parishad, DRDA as per requirement. State shall provide adequate administrative, technical and support staff for the state mission. Remuneration of all government employees in the mission will be borne by the state. The SSBMG can engage technical experts as consultants to be supported under the program. The State Level Scheme Sanctioning Committee SLSSC is the committee comprising of representatives of various technical departments, institutions and organizations as decided by the state government to examine and approve district projects and other proposals of technical nature at the state level. The committee shall have representative from Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Water and Sanitation Support Organization WSSO, Communication and Capacity Development Unit CCTU, currently in place for sanitation shall be merged with the SSBMG. In case of drinking water supply and sanitation are being looked after by different departments, the WSSO sanitation may be merged with the SSBMG. Accounting arrangements for the SSBMG shall be as existed for the SWSM and as amended by the MDWS and state government from time to time. The administrative support component of the SSBMG shall ideally consist of the following human resources at a minimum: Director 1, State Coordinator 1, Consultants, HRD Capacity Building Specialist 1, IEC Specialist 1, M&E Specialist 1, SLWM Specialist 1, MIS Specialist 1, Accountant 1, Data Entry Operator 2. States are to decide on the specialization and emoluments of all consultants. However, states should keep parity with the emolument of other programs like MGN, REGS and NRLM. District Swachh Bharat Mission DSBMG. A District Swachh Bharat Mission DSGMB is to be formed at the district level with suitable changes in the existing District Water and Sanitation Mission Committee. As the line departments will play catalytic role in implementation of the program, the role of the district collector or magistrate or CEO Zilla Panchayat shall be pivotal. While state shall decide on an appropriate mechanism, the suggested composition of DSBMG is as follows. DSBMG shall be headed by Chairman of Zilla Parishad. The district or Deputy Commissioner or Magistrate or CEO Zilla Panchayat shall be the Executive Vice Chairman. The members would be all MPs or MLAs and MLCs of the district and chairperson of the concerned standing committees of the Zilla Parishad or their representatives. CEO or AEO of the Zilla Parishad, district officers of education, health, Panchayat Raj, social welfare, ICDS, PHED, water resources, agriculture, information and public relation. NGOs can be identified by the DSBMG and co-opted into the mission as members. CEO of the District Panchayat or Parishad, the Executive Engineer of PHED or District Engineer of the ZP, any other officer approved by SSBMG shall be the member secretary. The mission shall meet at least once a quarter. DSBMG should plan and advise on implementation of the SBMG in the district with appropriate IEC strategies and convergence mechanisms with all line departments. A District Swachh Bharat Mission Management Committee DSB-MMC chaired by the district collector or magistrate and comprising of all district level officers of relevant departments and all BDOs or block level officer in charge of sanitation shall be formed and shall meet once a month to plan and monitor the implementation of the mission. The committee will carry out regular block and GP level reviews. The district or deputy commissioner, magistrate, CEO, Zilla Panchayat shall be the nodal officer responsible for the implementation of the mission. Remuneration of all government employees in the mission will be borne by the state. DSB-MMC can engage technical experts as consultants to be supported under the program. Accounting arrangements for the DSBMG shall be executed by the DWSM and as amended by the MDWs and state government from time to time. At the implementation level of the district, the following human resources shall ideally be ensured in the DSBMG. District Coordinator in charge of SBMG 1, Assistant Coordinator Tech 1, Consultants, IEC or Equity or Social and Behavioral Change Communication 1, HRD or Capacity Building 1, M&E MIS 1, Technical Expert Sanitation and Hygiene 1, SLWM 1, Accountant 1, Data Entry Operator 2. States are to decide on the specializations and emoluments of all consultants. However, states should keep parity with the emolument structure of other programs like MGN, REGS and NRLM.